In the creation of my opening sequence, I used a combination of different technologies to complete my final edit. This includes software, hardware and websites. To show progression of my project, I have used WordPress.com to document my work. This included blog posts from learning filming techniques to initial ideas. I have found this a very successful way to share each stage of my project and understand the importance of pre-production, making sure that everything is in place to make the filming and editing stage simpler and smoother. The benefit of online documenting was the effective input of images and videos that supported my written work. After reflecting on my blog, I think the most successful aspect of using WordPress.com was seeing my development and change throughout the whole project, which wouldn't be achieved through handwritten work. In the pre-production stage of my opening sequence, I used my iPhone 5S to take photos of my storyboard to import onto my blog and support my written aspect. The combination of an 8-megapixel camera joined with the accessibility to easily share the images onto an iMac through AirDrop made using my iPhone a good option. AirDrop lets you quickly and easily transfer files between iPhones, iPads and iMacs. It uses Bluetooth LE to broadcast, discover and negotiate connections. I also use my iPhone when researching into location, costumes and cast. I used the Canon 700D with a 50mm lens to film both my preliminary task and opening sequence. The Canon 700D is noted as a great student film camera. The positives of using this was the large sensor it acquires for a film like shallow focus. The fact it is also a DSLR means the camera can switch lens to suit the filming style. Lastly, the camera films in 1080p HD, therefore the narrative can be clearly shown without the audience's viewing being interfered by film quality. A specific feature I used on the camera was the touch tilted screen, which allowed me to film round corners and still view my subjects. Moreover, this touchscreen element allowed me to quickly watch previous shots on set, so I knew if I needed to refilm shots. To support my camera, I used a Velbon DF40 compact tripod. This allowed me to pan, track and stabilise each shot. Once the filming stage was over, I imported my footage through the use of an SD card onto an iMac. When initially editing my opening sequence, I used Final Cut Pro editing software to complete the task. The simplistic layout of the program allowed me to simply crop footage and move shots around to create my desired product. I also used the colour board feature on Final Cut to create a conventional blue tinted filter for my opening sequence. However, the filter turned out to be very warm tone and was stated in my focus group and peer assessment as a target. The filter needed to be more cool tone and thus altered. However, my editing software changed to iMovie on my MacBook Pro halfway through the project, due to having to alter most of my opening sequence after receiving lots of targets from my peer assessment, teacher and focus group feedback that I needed to work on throughout the Christmas holidays. I personally preferred using iMovie due to the very easy to use interface. Also, I favoured the filter option more on iMovie. The colour correction was super easy to use and gave me the desired look on my visuals. To enhance my visuals, I used Machinima Sound to acquire a copyright-free piece of music that I could modify to fit my opening sequence action. The modification of my chosen piece, Metropolis Fair, I did on GarageBand. The editing of the music involved me splitting up the desired section of the track and then linking them together by altering the dynamics of the track. Several other websites have assisted me in the production of my opening sequence. Dafont.com allowed me to research and download a range of creative fonts for my opening sequences, titles and production card font. Scribe, where I could construct a screenplay, and YouTube.com, where I could share any video that supported my documented work, but also share the development from my preliminary task to my final edit of my opening sequence.